Some of the things I've done now. First of all, I've drilled out these holes in the plugs that'll fit the barrel. So this will slide, this is going to slide up onto the barrel. Alright, the way I did that, I took some tape wrapped it around the drill bit so that when I drilled it, it would stay centered in the fitting here. And as I drilled it, I used the drill press, but if you only have a drill, an electric drill, you can do it, just have to be careful. Anyway, so I drilled 2 of those out. The second one that I drilled out, again with the drill bit, drilled it out, I went and put it on a bolt. I wrapped tape around the bolt until the fitting is snug on the bolt, and then tighten down the nut on the bolt, chuck it into the drill if you don't have a drill press. I actually use the drill press, and then as I rotated it in the drill press, or you can do it in the drill, you file it down until it's going to fit snugly inside the PVC tubing. So we have, and then another one I drilled out. I found a socket that fits fairly snug in here, had a small hole, and I used a drill bit to go down through the center to make sure I had a hole centered in the plug. Then I went and took a 1/4 inch bit and drilled it out. Now you might want to go to the next size larger. You might want to go to a 5/16 bit, because if the hole is not exactly centered, when that pellet comes out, it might chip it or hit it on the way out. So I'll probably end up going to 5/16. But that hole is pretty much centered now in the center of this plug. Another thing I did is I tapped both ends of this 18-inch piece of PVC. I tapped both ends with a tap. So now, the one that the pellet will come out of, that end, the plug will thread in tightly, and the one that goes over the barrel, it'll slide onto the barrel here. That also is threaded into that. Alright, the next step will be to assemble the actual silencer part, which will mean inserting the plug that I ground down, inserting that in, and then inserting the parts of the hair curlers and the washers. Alright, so I'll be right back in a minute, and we'll go through that process. One thing think I forgot to mention was I took the washers. Again, I put them on a bolt that I had wrapped tape around so they were snug fitting on the bolt. I used a couple extra larger washers for spacers, and I tightened down the nut. And then again, chucked it into the drill. Actually, I used my drill press, but you can use a drill. And then, as I spun the drill, I filed them down using a file until again the washers are going to fit snugly inside the center of the PVC. I just want to make sure that I told you about that. We're going to do the assembly of the silencer part on this. Okay, you may see, I may go out of frame when I'm doing part of this because I'm going to be doing it vertically so that everything sits flush. But first thing, insert the plug, the one that's been turned down to fit inside the PVC. Insert that first with the end you drilled out in first. Like that. Alright, then you're going to insert a flat washer. Alright, I'm gonna raise this up vertically to make sure it stays flat, flush with the end of that plug, while I start to insert my hair curler part. Alright, I inserted the hair curler part, squeeze it and push it in. We're going to do another flat washer. Now we want to make sure, like I said, that these flat washers stay flush with the end of the hair curler part. So as I'm doing this, I'm going to do it vertically and then insert the hair curler in there to keep them flush. Alright, I put in another hair curler part. I put in another flat washer. Another hair curler part. I'm doing this out of frame, but I'm just letting you know. I'm inserting another hair curler part. Squeeze it a little bit to get it in there. Another flat washer. The hair curler part. Another flat washer will go in. And then finally, the end cap. We'll screw in there. So we should have a total of 5 washers, 4 hair curler parts, the plug that goes inside, and then the end cap. The final steps are to drill and tap 6 holes, 3 the end cap here to hold the end cap on and to fasten this to the barrel, 3 more holes to hold that center plug in place, and also to fasten it to the barrel. Okay, after you've drilled and tapped and inserted your screws in, and these screws are about 5/16 of an inch long, so they're just about the perfect size. But after you've drilled, tapped, have your screws in place, you can take your shroud, insert it onto the barrel, tight in here. There we go. Now it's on. And it's going to, the washer that's here on the inside is going to stop it from going on any further than it will. Now one thing, if the space between the end cap here and the end of the shroud is not enough space to allow you to insert a CO2 cartridge, before you drill and tap this end, go ahead and take the plug back out. Take the plug back out and cut the shroud down a little bit, and then re-tap it so that it will re-tap it, and then put your plug back on, and then drill and tap to hold the plug in place. So make sure you got enough space here. You can test that out before you actually finalize the project. When you're done and tighten everything down, it looks good. We're going to test fire. See how that sounds? Pretty quiet, pretty quiet. One more test fire. It is a heck of a lot quieter than the barrel without the barrel shroud on. Final thing would be to paint it the color you like. I'm going to paint this one black, but that's a choice that you can make. And that's it. If you have any questions, just go ahead and comment on my video, and I will answer your questions. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and enjoy. Thank you.